Today I'm going to be making vegetable stock. The recipe calls for 4 cups of water, a tablespoon of olive oil, 2 teaspoons of black peppercorns, 2 bay leaf, 2 medium onions, 10 celery stalks, 2 large carrots, 8 ounces of mushrooms, 1 small fennel bulb, 2 heads of garlic, and 12 sprigs of flat leaf parsley. So what I'm gonna do, I already washed my hands, but just for the sake of the video, I'll wash my hands thoroughly. Soap. Thyme. And I'm going to start making the mixture of vegetables I'm going to put in my stock. So I'm going to start with the carrots. So I'm going to need to wash these guys. Wash and peel. Wash them really good. This guy. I'm going to peel them over the sink into one of these cups. Okay. This is the spot. This guy's peeled. Next one. Wash. Peel. This guy's peeled. Okay, we're going to prep these. Have my 8-inch chef's knife and cut off the ends. Just do that in the sink. Discard the ends. Oops. I'm just going to cut these into coin-shaped pieces. Not too thin. There we go. Gonna put this off to the side on this mat. Start with this guy. Just cutting the carrot into coin-shaped pieces. Got my fingers away from the knife, so I don't cut myself. This recipe calls for 2 whole carrots. Okay, put this off to the side. Okay. Now I'm gonna take a paper towel, clean paper towel, obviously, unused. Wipe off this knife. Now I'm going to prep the celery, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut the end. So I'm going to put it over the sink. I'm going to cut the end. Okay. Yeah. Let me cut a little bit more. I'm going to cut this top part a little bit more. Okay. Now I got this bundle of celery here. It's still dirty. I have not washed it yet. So I'm going to take these newly separated stalks. I'm going to individually clean them. Cut the leaves off of that one. Sometimes the stalks are a different size, so you have to eyeball. This is a very important step because you need to make sure that what you're feeding your guests or whatever your customers is clean, fresh food. That's what they come to pay. That's what they pay for. Smaller one. Leaf, gonna discard that leafy part. Okay. I'm gonna dry my hands so it's a little bit easier to grab it when I cut. Okay. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take these celery stalks, and I'm going to put them together, and I'm going to divide them into two groups, and then I'm just going to cut. It's going to be a lot of celery. Clear it. There's a lot of water trapped in this plant. That is celery. So the water that you see on the board is from the celery being cut. That's why I like celery. Personally, I like the hydration factor to it. Now these pieces are going to be in different shapes naturally because the celery as it comes is different widths, different lengths, different leaf to meat content. Got my second group here. I'm going to do the same and divide this into 2 groups as well. Clear it. Looks like I need a bigger cutting board. Well, the celery. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a clean, unused paper towel, and I'm just going to wipe this down. There's no cross-contamination here because this is vegetable stock. I am cutting vegetables on vegetables. Same board and everything. You can see the carrots and the, get this out of here. The carrots and the celery are together. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to prep the fennel bulb. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to wash the bulb. I'm going to take off the stalks. I'm going to cut it in half, take off this bottom part, then I'm going to chop it. So this is me preparing it. Good. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut the stalks off here. So I'm going to cut the stalks off. Okay. Then I'm going to rewash it because I just put it on this counter. I'm going to rewash. Rewash. I'm going to cut in half vertically. Okay, right down the middle. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this flat side down. I'm going to cut off this butt end right here. Cut off the butt end, discard, cut off the butt end, discard. Okay, now I got 2 halves of fennel. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut it vertically like this into 1 inch, about around 1 inch pieces. I'm going to cut this way now. Okay, got my fennel. Putting the fennel in there. Actually, some of these are a little bit too big. Stack them. Cut them. Never had fennel myself, but I can say that cutting it is very pleasing. It gives off a good smell, and it has a really good texture to it. It kind of reminds me of an onion, how it's like kind of layered like that. This one right here, do the same. Okay. Put this in 2. Nice. That's good. This is a lot of stuff here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a bowl for this stuff. I'm going to put it in the bowl. Actually, I'm going to use this plate right here. It's good. It's a better idea, actually. So take all this stuff. Move my water over. Everything that goes on the counter is going to be discarded, obviously. Okay. Kind of messy, but it's a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut these onions. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the garlic. So couldn't get actual garlic heads, so what I did is I got some of these small little pieces of garlic. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut them in half. And I'm going to cut them up like so. This is very nerve-wracking because you only have one go at these ingredients. I'm gonna cut these in fourths now. That was in sixths. I'm gonna cut them in fourths. These bigger pieces. Got some in smaller pieces. Nice. Get that off to the side. Okay, so right now I did my onions. I got my fennel, carrots, and celery all cut up. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna wash my hands again. Use soap. I'm gonna dry them. Okay. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use a clean, unused paper towel. I'm gonna wipe down the cutting board. Okay. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna transfer this stuff into this plate. Just kidding, I'm not. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm going to wipe this off real quick. And I'm gonna take this onion, I'm gonna cut it in half, then I'm gonna peel it. This one right here, it's what I would normally do, but this one right here, the skin's already coming off, so go to the trash can. Going to peel the skin off. Whatever I can't peel, I'm not gonna worry about because I can always cut. Okay, got the onion. And I'm gonna cut this bad boy in half. Okay, cut them in half. Cut off the ends. Ends in the sink. Okay. And this calls for 1-inch pieces. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut it vertically along the natural contour of the onion. Okay. Onion cut. Putting the onion over. Actually, made me shed a tear there. Okay. Now this one right here still has the skin. The skin is actually coming out this one, so I'm just gonna peel it like normal. So. Can't believe Shrek used to eat these like apples. That's crazy. The first Shrek movie, he explained that thing about ogres being like onions because they have layers. Just like an onion. So, got the onion right here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to cut it down the middle. Like so. Again, I'm going to cut the ends off. One. And I'm going to proceed to cut it into 1-inch pieces. This is the first time I ever cut onions before. And I'm not gonna lie, my eyes are watering. Eyes are literally watering. Okay, so we have the onions, we have the garlic. We have the mixture of our vegetables. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to prep the mushrooms. And what I'm going to do first is I'm going to wash my hands. Then I'm going to take these. I'm going to wash them again. I already washed them, but I'm going to wash them again in front of you guys. And then I'm going to prepare them on the cutting board. So wash my hands. Turn the water off. Get another paper towel. I'm going to use this to wipe down this work area. I have my knife. Use this paper towel to knife. Very careful, not sharp edge like that. Okay. Oh, we gotta wash these. So I got my mushrooms right here. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna run water over them. So the bowl fill up with water. Bowl fill up with water. They've already been washed, so just doing them again. Okay. Got my mushrooms here. I'm going to take them out. Take one of them out. Got them. Then I'm going to Kind of like so. Making a new batch of the mixture of vegetables. Wish I could speed this up for you, but literally doing this on my phone. This video will be broken up into two parts. The part where I cook the stuff. I bring the water to a boil. Actually add the mixture to the liquid. Well, this is going to make the liquid, but to the water and to the oil. I'm going to move this out of here. Move this. Stove's not on, but it's just because I need room. This right here is garbage. Putting this in the garbage right now. I'm going to rewash my hands. So I just touched discarded food. So. It's always good to wash your hands. I might be washing my hands a little bit too much, but it's better than getting someone sick, that's for sure. This is the pile that I'm working with right now. Okay. Mushroom. Okay, my mushrooms are done. And so I have everything already finished cutting. And now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna head over to the parsley, which is right over here. And this is all I need right here. This is 12 stalks, I believe. Let me see. Yeah, 12 stalks. I'm trying to look on my computer to see if that's what it says. Yep, 12 sprigs of parsley. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do is I'm going to put that together and I'm going to add my water to the pot, which is 4 cups. I don't know if you can see that. 4 cups equals a pint, which is what this, which equals a quart, which is what this, this lab calls for, a quart. So I'm going to add the water to the pot. Okay. Then what I'm gonna do is I'm going to put the oil. So I'm gonna portion that out. It's olive oil right here. I don't know if you can see that. See that? Olive oil. So I'm gonna portion it out over my water. A tablespoon goes in. Put this directly into the sink. Okay. Got bay leaf right here. I'm gonna add this to this pile over here. I got peppercorn as well. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna dump this in here. I'm gonna take the other batch and I'm gonna dump that as well. So dumping it in. Got this one right here. It's gonna be tough because there's just so much of it. Gotta improvise sometimes. And I'm going to dump it. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add the peppercorns in there. And I'm going to let it boil. So I'm going to turn the water on, or I'm going to turn the heat on, excuse me. I'm going to raise it to a boil. Try to get everything in there. I'm going to raise it to a boil, and the second half of the video will be of the end result. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you in the second half of this video. Thank you.